Yo creo que los vampiros sí existen, pero obviamente no se ven como en la movie, no son humanos así que se ven atractivos y like, ay.
I'm assuming the ones that look more human, if they exist, are probably higher up on the food chain.
Ujú.
You know what I mean? Because to be able to keep...
A menos que hayan diferentes
Es que los hay.
razas de vampiros.
Yeah, that's what I
Los
was just saying. I'm assuming the ones that look closer to us are probably either more advanced, you know what I mean, because they're able to keep a human trait, which makes it easier for them to hunt, or they're just one of many species, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily at the top. I can't imagine what the hell could be more powerful than something that can blend in with its prey, but you know what I mean?
Acuérdate que el gobierno siempre esconde todo. So, nunca sabe.
Mm-hmm.
¿Y qué más historia?
Well, the one that I was talking about before...
¿Encontraron muchas historias así de como que de gente que la hayan pasado?
Yeah.
Sí, un montón.
Basically.
Por eso que...
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stories. There's also...
Esas historias yo no las sé como de otras cosas.
I'm about to tell you one.
Dime.
So, in February of 2004, several relatives, this happened in Romania, and this is a Romanian name, so no one can come down my throat about this, about Toma Petre, feared that he had become a vampire. They dug up his corpse, tore out his heart, burned it, and mixed the ashes with water in order to drink it. They did not tell the full story here,
What?
so I guess I'm gonna have to.
¿Qué hicieron? ¿Le hicieron beber qué?
No, see, they burned his heart, and they mixed it with ashes for the person who was afflicted with the vampiric curse to drink.
They burn whose?
The body
El tipo
of the person they thought was the
que era
vampire.
vampiro.
Yeah.
So, el vampiro ellos lo quemaron.
Mm-hmm.
Le quemaron el corazón y se lo convirtió, la
Yeah.
ceniza se la dieron mezclada con agua a alguien que estaba maldito, tenía la maldición encima que él. Ella va a explicar más.
See, I'm going to explain the whole story because for some reason they left it out. So, okay, I wrote it down. Thank God I took notes. In that small Romanian village, right, there was a young woman who was feeling ill, like, on a nightly basis. Like, they never explain what they mean by she wasn't feeling well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just say that she wasn't feeling well.
Lo más seguro estaba depresiva y ellos
Some
pensaron lo
versions of
contrario.
the story said that she saw weird shit on the walls at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that she sometimes felt weak when she woke up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pero si lo estaba comiendo ni nada.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it was, then
Of
mystery
course.
solved. But, so then, the belief was her uncle, because she had an uncle, like, earlier in the year who had died, right? And I don't know why on earth they instantly assumed that this guy was the vampire that was bothering her. I guess that's just how it works. When a relative dies and then not long after, the family starts suffering.
Pero era un vampiro o ellos.
Ellos pensaban que era un
said
vampiro.
it must be one. You know what I mean? And I'll explain why. I'm explaining that right now. The whole story, usually the general story is that like someone in a family dies, right? And then all the members of the same family start experiencing some kind of illness. You know what I mean? Or they start being attacked, or they even start dying as well. You know what I mean? And then they attribute that to that person being a vampire. Like having come back as one. And they come out every night and attack their family members. You know what I mean?
Esa de la historia que tú estabas hablando al principio.
Yeah. And so that's exactly what happened in this case. That's what they thought happened anyway. This lady started to experience weird shit not long after her uncle died. So they thought he must be a vampire. So they went to go take him out of his grave to check, right? Which, by the way, really bold. I'm not pulling something that I think is a vampire out of a grave. Fuck
Más
that.
seguro lo hicieron de día.
Yeah, they probably did, because they seem to think that they can only come out at night, and I'm not sure where that idea came from either. You know what I mean?
Después van y se meten en la tumba otra vez.
Yeah, like the vampires
Pero,
go out at night, they attack whoever they're going to
Y
attack.
después se entierran solitos.
Yep, and they go back to their grave.
Pero tienes que ponerte a pensar, ahora voy a explicar el por qué ellos piensan que es de noche, que solamente pueden salir.
Okay.
¿Quién los va a ver de noche atacando a alguien? Si todo el mundo está durmiendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this was the, like, old age where no one's awake at night.
Yeah, yo sé.
Pero ellos, so tú piensas que sí pueden coger sol.
Probably. I don't see why they would have an issue with the sun.
Maybe, pero yo te voy a decir una cosa. Si
Porque son criaturas de la noche.
Yeah, si Si es una
Nocturnal
persona...
creatures are not, like, killed by the sun. They just do better hunting at night.
Pero yo te voy a decir una
Yeah.
cosa. Supone si es un vampiro. Tú conviertes en un vampiro.
Ajá.
Y sabes, porque has oído historias de que los vampiros los cazan. Todo el mundo en el pueblo sabe quién diablo tú eres. ¿Tú te vas a quedar en ese pueblo para cazar o te vas a ir a otro pueblo? Ahora que hay tantos métodos de transportación y cosas así.
Pero ellos no vuelan.
No creo.
It depends on the story.
Exacto. Hay diferentes historias. Yo en lo personal, si era un humano y después se convierte en vampiro, no creo. No creo.
Que me
Yeah.
salen alas.
No.
But yeah, so they dug this guy out and they actually found him with blood on his mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like a bloated stomach. So that's when they cut him open, staked him, took out his heart, burned it, blah blah blah, all the crazy shit that people do, right?
Lo más brutal es que la gente
And they made
piensa
the
que eso
girl
es
drink
normal.
the ashes so that she would no longer have that curse on her. Can you imagine drinking the ashes of your dead uncle? What the hell? And no wonder why they're so traumatized over there. Jesus Christ.
Después dicen que uno es el loco, pero...
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that experience was a lot
Pero
worse
ustedes
than
no
whatever she
saben,
was
maybe
going
eso
through.
sí es verdad. Es lo que yo digo, uno nunca sabe.
They said the attack stopped after,
Exacto.
but I hesitate to think there was an attack in the first place. She could have just been mentally ill. You know what I mean?
Porque creían demasiado en eso y la mente es algo poderoso.
Yeah. It's one of those things, you know? And then, like, they got in trouble for it, too. They went to jail for that. You know that, right? Like, they went to prison. Because Romania is no longer the old, crazy country of the past where you could just dig
Que allá
people
había
up and
muchas
do shit
historias
like that.
allá hay muchas historias de vampiros.
Sí.
¿verdad?
Yeah, and Romania is trying to put forth a modern image, so they don't want their crazy-ass
Eso
villagers
es
running
que-
around.
Eso es el gobierno de Romania que quiere estar escondiendo todo. Ya está aprendiendo mucho del gobierno de acá.
Okay.
Basically.
Sí,
But yeah, so-
tapar todo. Mira, los americanos lo resuelven todo mintiendo y tapando todo. We should do
And-
the same shit.